Hey guys, how you doing? I just want to give you a prophetic update. What's going on today is Wednesday, the 14th of June. There's so much stuff happening, but I'm gonna just go ahead and do this really quick. I know a lot of people are busy and stuff like that, but this is a continuation of this theme of 10 days darkness stuff because we're right there. It's already quoted that they're saying that the storm is arrived, and part of the thing that Trump's speech that he said the seals are open. You know, when he said that, it kind of reminds me of the seals of the book of Revelations. You know, by the way, my rabbi friend said that we're already the seals are open physically in the scriptures, Revelation, and we're heading towards the sixth seal. But anyways, let me give you some of the headlines of what's going on. I think it's very interesting, and let's just get into it really quick. So part of the interesting news right now, this is just happened today. It says that NATO will tomorrow give the clear signal that is ready to accept the Ukraine into the alliance. So I hope you got that. So basically, NATO is gonna accept the Ukraine to be part of NATO. So that's part of that. Happy that, and let me expound into that as well. Okay, and also, by the way, as you know, this is kind of interesting here. I just want to share too. Article that just happened today. It says that China vows to support Palestine state on 1967 borders. So remember the whole thing happened, the thing where Trump decided and gave back Israel its land, you know, and whatever. And so China is siding with the Palestine for the borders. So that's revelation, bro. That's revelation, and let me go into that to expound what I mean by that. So this whole thing that's happening is it's so biblical. It's so crazy. It's so crazy biblical of what's going on. And not just to sum up, also is that nobody's talking about the what is it, the temple, the temple that's being built, the third temple, right? And scripture talks about the third temple, and what is the third temple? The third temple is the rise of the Antichrist when he comes in and stuff like that. So you guys can do your homework regarding that. I don't have to expound too much on that. But let me just pop it up as well. Also, as you know, in the UN building, it's already established that they have this they call it the beast, or like the the beast, and part of the beast of the 10 horns and stuff like that, according to scriptures. I'm not making this up. This is happening in our face, right in front of our face. But this is the 10 horns in the book of Revelation talks about, the 10 horns. But this is an actual physical picture of the beast that's here in the U.S. in the UN building. So I'll tell you what's going on with that. And then, so I'm going to put this up here. So the UN is going to accept. Guys, if you like what you're saying, make sure you join with us in our prophetic worship gathering. It's a time of prayer, soaking, and stuff every Thursday night at 7:30. And if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We have another channel called Rumble with exclusive news, all that you can't find here. If you want to give, we welcome that. You can donate to the link below. We really appreciate it. We're not making any money here on YouTube because of the censorship, but we appreciate it. We also have a link for prayer as well. We We started up a 24/7 prayer as well. You can check that out on Rumble, but the links below. Appreciate it. Now let's go back to our presentation. NATO, right? I'm just gonna put that highlights right there on there so you guys can see. So you can see right here. So I'm not making this up. Okay, there we go. And then where are we? Okay, so you already know about China and Russia. You know, they're siding together, they're aligning, right? And now you have let's see, what is this here? Put this up here quick. Okay, so that's the scripture that I want to show you regarding this. There's so much happening, folks. It's so crazy. I'm gonna put this up. Armageddon. So that's where I'm heading toward right now. So Armageddon, okay, like now a lot of you people obviously are saying, well, Armageddon, that's like way up there in the, you know, like after the rapture and the Antichrist comes and all this stuff that's supposed to happen, you know, that's like, you know, like
vision capabilities and high levels of readiness.
Speech on there, hit that button by accident. So, okay, Armageddon. So you read about Armageddon, and this is where it ties in with this whole thing that I'm trying to say regarding this one here, which I think is very important. Okay, let's put this down here. You don't have to see that anymore. This one here, let's put this one over here. You guys know about that. Okay, so this is where the Armageddon thing fits in, folks. Okay, so you know the book of Revelation, it talks about Armageddon. I'm just going to go ahead of chapters toward where Armageddon, the final battle. They call it the final battle of the Bible, and basically, in my knowledge of what Armageddon is basically all the nations will come against Israel. That's where it all comes down to in the book of in the Torah of Armageddon, where that's supposed to happen. Okay, so you have Gog and Magog and all these different places going to Israel. So they're gonna attack Israel. They're gonna get their resources according to what Armageddon is about, right? So they're not gonna favor them. They're gonna get them according to the book of the Bible, Revelation. We read about it. All right, let me just catch my breath on that. So, but according to Armageddon, so what happens? What makes God really ticked off and will fight for us? Okay, well, I'll tell you. He favors Israel. So if we come against what is the scripture back in Genesis? It says that if you come against Israel, or if you come against Israel, then he'll come against you. It's kind of like it's apple of the eye. It goes all the way back to the 10 Commandments, the movie you saw. When they attacked the Israel people, and then God just like takes vengeance of it, all that. So that happens way in the second coming. Toward the end part, where I don't have to go into that. There's a really major battle and stuff like that. So in today's headlines right there, you have it right in your face right here. China's going to side with regarding the state here. I'm not going to say it because of YouTube and everything, but I'm going to say what's going on here. So they're siding with taking the land of that. So you know who's going to come against the whole thing. It's obvious, right? So all this is setting up stage for Armageddon. And this is why I have, by the way, this title here, Armageddon and the Fall of Babylon. So a lot of people are saying that Babylon could be could be, you know, America, could be Hollywood, because they're portrayed as Hollywood Babylon as well. There's a movie about that, by the way. So it's actually the system, by the way, the whole system. And what we just talked about, the system here, this one here, siding with NATO will tomorrow give a clear signal to accept Ukraine as allies. So what is NATO? Is formed with different countries coming together, right? Just like the UN, but it's siding on that. So there's going to be a unite of that whole thing. So it's all it's all kind of like fitting in. I'm not saying it's going to happen right away or what, but it's all fitting in, folks, according to what's going on. Okay, so now that I said that, I'm just gonna get rid of some of these flags here. Okay, we don't have to do that now, so I'm gonna side into that. Okay, so what is this whole side thing about the 10 days of darkness? Okay, so in here in our stage, there's a lot of things happening right now, right? You have the economy thing happening, and people are talking about the collapse. You have this whole thing that's happening, behind the scenes, the Mr. T thing, battling this guy here, and yesterday, and then his word that he said. I wish I had that video where he said the seal's broken. It's in there somewhere, but I'll put the pictures later. But so he said that. It just confirms to me prophetically, it means the seals are being opened. Some people are cheering about that, which is great and everything. But also, it also means judgment and all this stuff coming too as well. So remember, I said earlier, it's going to be the darkest time, but also the lightest time. So when it becomes even darker, our light will shine even brighter. So I don't know how this all going to fit in and this whole stuff, but I'm just showing you prophetically what's happening according to the world. And right now, these pictures, those headlines that I showed you just happened. These are new. I'm not making these up, but you saw in front of it. So this is all the 10 days of darkness stuff. So what is the 10 days of darkness? Could be or whatever. Well, we've been talking about how the senators have like a satellite phones and stuff like that. What is satellite phones used for? Satellite phones are used so that if the grid goes down or the internet goes down, you still have communications, because they would have to take out their satellites. What did I say earlier about this whole blackout thing? It could happen because if these things happen, then it'll happen. Let me read some of the news that I just got from friends that sent me. It says that America should be prepared for cyber attacks. They're saying that Chinese hackers are trying to disturb their infrastructure. So they're warning. This is just news, it's like stuff like that's happening. So they're warning about a cyber attack that may happen. They already said that our grid's kind of like weakened and everything. So if it does happen, we'll have a blackout, or this 10 days of darkness could be planned, all this, because it's a distraction behind the scenes from what's really going on, right? Some people are saying all this stuff is going to happen behind the scenes and stuff. It could be turning from good, whenever the devil meant for evil, God turns it to good, right? So this whole thing happened. I don't know. Do I believe that the rapture will happen? Yes. My thoughts is that I believe God's still going to take us out before all hell breaks loose. Some people say it's an escape, but hey, I want to escape. I don't know what if you guys want to stay, it's fine with me. But I could be wrong. Timing, stuff like that. So you gotta have an open mind regarding this whole stuff, because I mean, when you try to figure stuff according to your own theology, and all this is toward the end. This is whole thing's toward the end of the boat. It's not yet. It's too early. You're gonna lose track of what's going on, and I think there's a lot of so-called religious people. Not you guys listening, but I mean, that are super religious and say, oh, it has to be according to what these chapters say that this is all planted in light. I mean, I have friends like that, that you just can't talk to them because it has to be according to what they think falls in line. Well, it's not, okay? You can just pull out this here, pull out there, and all this stuff. Even technology, you just look at technology, it's just going too far. And now they're doing the alien thing, so I did the broadcast on that, so that's another subject on it. So, anyways, just beware. I think this whole when they're saying they said the storm's here, they said the seal's open. That's the words they're circulating. That's happening. So what does it mean? You and I need to prepare, beware. Could happen. They did say advanced time that this month June is going to be a pretty interesting, fast-moving boom thing. That's going to happen this month, and it's what is it? It's the 14th, it's the middle of the month, man. This whole thing, and things are going to happen. So be prepared. What do we do in the meantime? Stock up, have your water, have some form of meat or a freezer for your backup foods, canned beans, canned things, so just some extra food, stuff like that, in case you need it. In case you can't go to a store. Water is important, right? So have a container of that. Maybe some kind of filter system or whatever. Have some kind of generator, either if it's propane. My idea is probably cellular, also solar. There's solar generators like that. You can have the sun to recharge or whatever. Have a backup system. Don't rely on your cell phone, because what happens when things get, or like a blackout or something like that, some earthquake or something happens, and then the phone goes crazy. Nobody can contact anybody. So what do? You have a satellite phone, or you can have a long distance walkie-talkie, which is important, I think, especially those that are 50 miles away or 100 miles away. When you're at work, you still can communicate with your family. So those things are need to be thinking about. Have a plan. What else? Have a place where you can be. I don't think right now is a good time to travel. My opinion, I could be wrong. But have a location where your family can meet, stuff like that, in case you're separated. So these are just my ideas, and something's happening. So just be aware. Um, there's so much more I can say, but it's gonna make it too long. So God bless you guys.